and for those who don't know me, I am March Hare. Sorry for the weird and stupid intro, but my last video didn't have one, so I thought I'd just put one in. Now, if you guys remember from my previous video, my video had a banner over it, so most of my animations were blocked out. But now I'm using a different program, so hopefully that won't happen again. The program I use now is called Filmora 9, and it's pretty nice so far. Well, onto today's subject, which is cringy ass webtoon comics commercials. Oh my god, I hate these things. And all of them is just the typical, oh, high school boy meets high school girl. Even though it's like with gods or like knights and shit, it's still like the generic fucking sitcom bullshit. And as far as I know, there is no uniqueness with any of the stories that I have ever seen as an advertisement for webtoons. I'm only going to be looking at one webtoon ad, only because I'm hoping to turn this into some kind of YouTube series if this goes well. The video we will be pointing at and laughing today is called A Wig That's Alive. Now, I'm not going to make fun of the title because you should never judge a book by its cover, so let's just get into this video.
Welcome to Tales of the Unusual.
Guys, wow, such an original name for a series. Wow. Tales of the Unusual. Who would have thought of that?
There's a dude, he is bald, and he's very insecure. He tries to buy a pet wig.
Or you could buy yourself a normal wig that doesn't move and do anything, but basically does the same thing. But you know what? Let's go for a living wig. Let's go for that.
These little things do is essentially they go onto your head, they act as hair. The only way they work is if you give them a name, they'll like come to your head on command. He has like a date with a girl. He's like, I have to like make sure that I have hair. He purchases it, he brings it back home, and he's like, man, why isn't this stupid thing working? The final name he makes is Fluffy Willy.
Fluffy Willy? Fluffy Willy. That's the name you went with. Fluffy Willy. It sounds like the name Bigfoot gave to his dick.
All of a sudden, it like responds to it, and he's like, yeah! He meets the girl. He's like, wow, you're so beautiful. Like, your hair looks like a Pantene commercial. And she was like, you look kind of different from the photos.
Hey, every girl ever called. They need their joke back.
They have like a really good time, and he like wants to see her again. They like decide to go to see a movie. She's like, we should like come up with cute nicknames for ourselves. How about Fluffy Willy for you? And then he's like, oh, like runs to the bathroom. He like comes outside, and she's like, what the hell was that all about? He's like, oh, it's just my childhood friend. Nickname was Fluffy Willy.
Why is it that the first nickname she comes up with is Fluffy Willy? The exact same name he gave his hair? Don't you find that a little odd? Maybe his hair's bugged or something.
And she's like, oh, I won't say that ever again. And then she's like, let's just go watch the movie now. And one of the characters, conveniently, was also the same name as her wig, Jiggly Puffy Daddy.
There has to be some kind of pattern now.
And she was like, ah! And it flies off her head, and she's like completely bald. And he's like, oh my god, you're bald. And she's like, you think I didn't notice that you're bald? And she's like, Fluffy Willy. And he's like, ah! They're screaming each other's pet wigs names in like the middle of the street. They get into a huge argument, and then they're like, okay, we shouldn't see each other anymore. Afterwards, he feels like really bad for her. He like wants to apologize, and he realizes,
why should only he feel bad? They were both way clearly in the wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's because he's a man, right?
And he realizes his pet is like humping everything. And
okay, just a question here. Have you ever considered therapy?
he's like, what the hell is happening? And he goes back to the pet store, and he's like, can you neuter this thing? And he's like, okay. And it's like back to normal, I guess. He meets up with her in the park, starts apologizing, and then all of a sudden his wig falls off and like starts humping her head, and she's like, what the f-? And then she slaps him, and he's like, Fluffy Willy, what the f-?
I'm actually starting to worry more and more about the author of this story, because they've got issues. They need to go get some help. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked my video, go ahead and smash the like button. And if you want to see a little bit more of me along the way, just go ahead and subscribe, please. I need some subscribers. No one's subscribed to me yet. But you know what? I'm getting there.